Hello everyone, this is Jenny Hallett, and this is actually my late daughter, Brittany Rose Hallett, who died from alcohol addiction. As a matter of fact, I actually have a little bit of her ashes with me here today as I'm speaking. So the purpose for me to come here and speak with you today is to let you know and create awareness about alcohol addiction in the hopes of preventing you from going down the same path that she did. You would never have expected that this would happen to my daughter. She was from a very loving family. Her, myself and her dad, her brothers and sisters, we all loved her. She knew, that we loved her. She loved us. She was a straight A student her entire life. Went on to college, had straight A's there, until alcohol addiction took a hold of her and took her down very, very quickly. And I came home to discover her unresponsive, which was just horrific. And I don't want that to happen to you or for your parents to have to come and find you that way someday. What a lot of people, especially kids, don't understand is that your brain is actually still developing till about the age of 25. And so what they have found is the earlier that people start with drinking alcohol tends to actually increase your likelihood is up to like 5% higher, or 5 times higher than other people who waited until they were older. And so the earlier you start drinking, it really can affect you down the road with your likelihood of becoming addicted. And that's a really big thing that a lot of people just don't know. And you know, the thing is if you are ever at a party, please don't cave in to peer pressure, and definitely please don't pressure other people into drinking or doing other drugs for that matter. If you're ever at a party and you come across someone who is kind of out of it, really drunk, kind of either passed out or just really tired, don't just assume that they're going to be able to just sleep it off. A lot of times people will just leave them over in the corner and oh they'll sleep it off, and they might, but there's a very, very good chance that they could literally die from it, because alcohol can actually shut down every organ in your body, and it can happen the first time you're drinking if you drink enough. And the thing with alcohol is it takes a while for it to fully get into your bloodstream. So, you might think, oh well, they're fine, they're talking a little bit and they're just tired. But what you don't realize, or a lot of people don't realize, is that while they're sleeping, that alcohol could be getting more and more into their bloodstream. And so they actually could be getting more and more drunk, and it could become more and more lethal without you realizing it. And then they can die, and no one would even know if they just left them there. So I beg of you, if you see someone that you believe has had a lot to drink and is, kind of out of it, please call for help. You don't want to have that on your conscience for the rest of your life if you didn't call for help and something happened to them. The thing about addiction is it can become, the cravings can become more powerful and stronger than even self-preservation. My daughter wanted desperately to stop drinking, and she could not make herself do it. So, you don't want to go down that path. And the easiest way to not become addicted or to get into recovery is to not drink in the first place, especially while you're young. Um, if you or a loved one is already experiencing problems with alcohol addiction, and people sometimes can abuse alcohol, and that can create problems even if you're not addicted. So even if you don't think you're addicted, it still could be causing harm. And so if you or someone you love really is having a problem, you need to understand too that you need to get help as early as possible, because the brain disease of alcohol addiction is a progressive disease, so it gets worse and worse with every uh, drink that you consume if you are addicted. And so basically it gets harder and harder to be able to stop the more the disease progresses. So you want to get help right away for you or a loved one. So, you know, find a trusted adult. Hopefully, you can speak to your parents. I know that the schools have counselors, and even if you talk to your parents and they might be upset in the beginning, but in the end, they're going to want to help you to get help. So please reach out to someone to get help, and keep my daughter in mind when you're at a party and someone is pressuring you, and just don't let them talk you into something. You need to stand up for what is best for you, because you're the only one that has that control. So I wish you all the best, and in honor of my sweet pea, Brittany Rose Hallett, I hope that everyone out there stays safe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.